Broke it from outside and hit the three-point long ball.
Here we go, ball is up, and we are underway here in Changhua County Stadium. First of a back-to-back game schedule for the Formosa Dreamers, Hong Kong Eastern. Coming off a loss against the Macau Black Bears, losing that lead. Hong Kong Eastern committing a turnover right away.
Yeah, and that's what really where they struggled last game as well. More than 20 turnovers. It's hard to get wins in ball games when you don't give yourself an opportunity to even get a shot up.
Formosa being an efficient team, you know they're going to be converting in the next possession here. Tevin Glass, they swing it around. Malcolm Miller fires, missing his first shot off the game. Ball tracked down by Leakey. Marcus lobbing it up to Holyfield. Holyfield inside, denied by Artino. Kirk, even if you're 7'5".
Yeah, the basketball in his hands looks like a golf ball.
Yeah.
I mean, but as we just saw there, he knocks down his first two free throws. He does have a soft touch.
Right. Tevin Glass here, denied by Big Sam. So the height bothering early. Formosa here. Lee Key drives, dishing it out. Chan Chu Wing, back out to Lee Key. Lee Key surveys the floor. Deguara got the ball back. Big Sam backing down. He's going to be called.
Did a good job swarming him on that play. Anytime he gets the ball that deep, it's going to be tough to stop him.
And that's the risk if you're that big. When you put the ball down, the defenders are just going to swarm on you. Malcolm Miller, almost a minute and a half eclipsing in our first frame. Chen Xinyan catching the pass, dishing it out to Tevin Glass. Glass putting it on the floor. He's got the Guada on him that he can always rely on.
Yeah, I will expect to see him continue. If DeGuara is the one guarding Glass, I expect Glass to catch it out near the three-point line and bring him out of under the basket.
Making work on the defensive end. So here comes Holyfield. Looking for DeGuara inside. DeGuara against Artino. DeGuara bullying his way to the basket.
Yeah, great composure, great move. Feels the body towards the middle, so spins baseline, keeps the ball up high, and great job by DeGuara. There's a reason that he's been able to help his teams make long playoff runs.
This is a 4-1 start now for Hong Kong Eastern. Artino from mid-range, that's good.
Yeah, it's fun. Artino, Miller, Glass, all these Dreamers have the ability, even Chen, Shea, they all have the ability to shoot it outside. They all have some different forms, lefties, righties, but they all have great touches.
That's right. That's why they're so lethal when you face them. They can play inside and out. Chan Chu Wing forced that one up. That advice shot is no good. And Chen Xinyan comes down with it. Tevin Glass driving, Glass attacking. Again, a wild shot given up there by Glass. You can see the interior defense really bothering Tevin Glass. Lee Key, that is deflected by Miller.
His athleticism and speed and length, he's still able to close out even after sagging and being in that help defensive position.
Marcus almost spitting the defense, but he throws the ball away. Here comes Glass. Glass on the crossover, the kick out. Miller, the catch and shoot. No good. Artino comes up with it. And Chen lines it up. Too strong, couple of misses for Formosa. Here comes Hong Kong with an opportunity. Quick lob, deflected by Chen. Formosa will get it back. Chen Xinyan on the move. Tevin Glass gets the basket in the fly. Dreamers, at least in the past two sequences, Kirk, they've been pushing the pace here against Hong Kong.
Yeah, most definitely that's what you want to do. You don't want to let Holyfield, DeGuara, you don't want to let them set up that defense and clog the paint. If you can beat them down the court, that's going to be your best bet.
And it starts on the defensive end, just like that. Artino fouled! Grab the 4-point advantage here, 8-4. We see here the field goal shooting, 3 out of 8 for the Dreamers, 1 out of 4 for Hong Kong. And yet almost a turnover for Hong Kong Eastern. Marcus
and Glass a little frustrated at the foul call, knocked it out of his hands, and Elliott didn't appreciate that much.
But good thing it didn't escalate here. Marcus Elliott fires in his face, no good. Holyfield with a putback there.
Active, that's where Hong Kong Eastern can really get their momentum going. Crash those offensive rebounds, get those inside points.
Artino saves it. Up and under. Doesn't score with the offhand.
Yeah, he won't get too many baskets easier than that one. Had a great up and under move. Got by the defense, just couldn't finish the play.
That was a sorry miss from inside by Will Artino. Here comes Hong Kong Eastern. Blue shirts on the attack. Chan Shu Wing.
Yeah, Chan Wing, very explosive guard and has done a good job just knowing when to attack.
Yeah. 4 straight points by Hong Kong. Chen doesn't score. Here comes Marcus Elliott. Pushing it up. Leaky fires from the corner, drops it in.
Yeah, and he was in here. Leaky was in here early today, one of the first guys out here for his team getting up shots. And he has a more of a set shot. His release is quite low, but he gets it out quick enough and he's deadly. If he's open, he's gonna knock it down.
He always has a good line on that jump shot, but Kenny Chen answering right back with a free of his own.
Yeah, another great player for Formosa. Kenny Chen has continued to improve this season, you know, seen his numbers go up, and the confidence that he has to score the basketball and stay within their system is fun to watch.
That's right, that's right. Oh, Deguara stuffing it in. Wow. I was about to say that's what a full year can do to you. Kenny Chen, of course, arriving late last year in the lineup of the Formosa Dreamers. Leaky tracking the ball down. So Hong Kong Eastern with a rebounding advantage against Formosa. Leaky from straight away. Oh, second one for Leaky, drops in.
Yeah, that's enough space. He's not the most athletic guard. He's not gonna, come out and just take it to the basket, score at will. But if you leave him open, he can really change the game.
And Hong Kong has had a couple of open looks here from the three-point range, just only taking the lead through the three-pointers and, of course, their inside game.
Yeah, most definitely. Hong Kong Eastern just been active inside, and Key has been key spreading out. It's so important when you have those big guys that can score down low, like Hong Kong Eastern has in Holyfield, Deguara. You have to have your outside guys knock down those three-point shots so that lane will continue to stay open.
That's right. And that time again, Leaky scoring this time from a closer range. 7-point lead now for Hong Kong Eastern. Their biggest of the game, at least here in the first quarter. Malcolm Miller lobs it up to Artino. Artino puts it up and in off the glass.
Yeah, so crafty Artino is down there. Such a quick release. Holyfield didn't have time to respond to get a shot up or a hand up or to block a shot. And Artino, Malcolm Miller working so good in that pick and roll up top.
5 points now for Will Artino. Here comes Marcus Elliott. Oh, good feed! Second stuff off the first quarter here for Big Sam.
Yeah, you have to respect Deguara enough. I know Elliott, other guys will be able to come in the lane, create, but you cannot give them, that's going to be, if Deguara catches it on the post that open, that's going to be 100% basket every single time.
But that's the ability of Marcus Elliott to attract so much attention from the defense as Artino scores his second straight basket. Artino doing it early here for the Formosa Dreamers, keeping them at bay here in our first quarter. Wusong Wei, by the way, in the ballgame now for Formosa. Yet another stuff here for Big Sam. He's just tearing it up here in the first quarter.
Lack of communication for the Dreamers. Pick and roll comes, they're trapping, they're hedging hard on that top pick and roll, and somebody has to bump Deguara after he screens.
But Will Artino continues to put out the fire for the Formosa Dreamers, this time converting on the triple. So that's right, the adjustment has to be made here on the pick and roll if you're Formosa. Holyfield. Oh, Leaky left wide open. Doesn't take advantage. Glass comes up with him. Formosa Dreamers on the attack. An athletic scholarship by a Division I school. So this is going to be a good addition, Kurt, because Jeff Wu also played for the national team of Taiwan.
Yeah, and he's going to have to realize, though, that he's coming to a team that's had a lot of success, and their system is what's given them all these wins. So I definitely think he's an individual that can improve this team, but I hope that he really buys into the system that Coach Dean Murray has set up here for the Dreamers.
Oh, that's a good three-pointer. Tian Lei Another former national player knocking down the triple.
Yeah, Tian Lei probably could have played at any university in this world too. He's a very talented player, had a great long career. It's fun to see him continue to be out here and be effective, and he's definitely a game changer when he's out there.
But Big Sam continues to break away. Tian Lei, of course, also is perfect for today's game, Kirk, because he's a big guy that can shoot the three-pointer pretty efficiently. Here is the crossover. Cheng almost losing it. Glass ending up with it. Oh! Glass unable to convert on the second. So that will be league season number 9. Second quarter now underway. Hong Kong Eastern holding on to the slight advantage at 26-23. And the biggest difference so far, Kirk, has been the rebounding, has been the scoring in the paint for Hong Kong. And this is going to be a breakaway for Leaky to begin the scoring in this
power to get wins.
Right. And if you're Formosa, you cannot play fire with fire against one of the best offensive teams in the league. You got to put a stop to this. Jeff Wu to Artino, putting it on the floor, losing it to Lao Tzu Lai. Here comes Hong Kong Eastern again, yet another turnover for the Dreamers. Tang Chi-Han goes middle. Losing
here early for Formosa in the second quarter is quite rare. And there's another
coming from Big Sam alone. So Deguara, with all of the big breakaway dunks he shot earlier, and speaking of, he gets the offensive rebound here, has amounted to 12 points already for Hong Kong Eastern. Here comes Jeff Wu. Wu, the cross-court pass to Tian Lei, putting it on the floor, pull-up jumper off the glass, it's off.
Yeah, Tian Lei, you can see there's so much composure in that shot fake, 2 dribbles on balance, so even though the shot didn't fall, his veteran presence is definitely helped with the Dreamers.
But on the other side, Marcus Elliott nailing a jumper at his first field goal of this game, getting it at the 8 and 40 mark of the second frame. Chen Xinyan stops, curls, bothered by Tang Chi-Han. So Hong Kong Eastern really turning it up here. Li Shui-Lin hasn't checked in, Kurt. He's probably nursing an injury or something as Deguara makes his...
Sam on the bench, and now the Dreamers will be able to take it to the basket with a little bit more ease because Sam has done such a great job protecting that rim to start this game.
So correction, it's going to be a foul, a turnover against Deguara on the other end. Formosa Dreamers though, empty trip again, high-low play, that is deflects, haven't scored here in the second frame with 2 minutes eclipsing already. Chen Xinyan will spend a lot of minutes at the point guard position, filling in for the absence of Li Shui-Lin. Malcolm Miller, Tevin Glass puts it on the floor, back outside to Miller for 3, knocks it down.
Yeah, that's Malcolm Miller right there for you folks, and the Dreamers fans are excited to see him put one through the hoop. And warm-ups, you can tell he shoots it from distance with such ease. And when he gets going, he's unlike any other player in this league, in my opinion. He can really shoot the basketball.
But Marcus Elliott answering right back on the other end. That's a three-pointer for Marcus. There's the pick-and-roll action. Glass jams it home.
And that's what happens when you got to respect the three-point shooting of Malcolm Miller so much. You forget about Tevin Glass rolling to the basket, and he makes you pay when the lane is empty.
That's a mortal sin if you're Hong Kong Eastern. You cannot leave Tevin Glass alone. Tang Chi-Han traveled. And there's 7 remaining in our first half. Chen Xinyan bothered here by Ricky Yan. Artino will get it. Gives it off to Malcolm Miller. Miller to Artino. Artino floats it up. No go.
Power it in instead of shoot that little floater.
Actually had Glass open here from the right wing as well. So an empty trip for Formosa again. Marcus behind the back, attacking Kenny Chen. Elliott loses Chen and puts it up and in.
Yeah, Elliott coming alive now, really got his motor going. He's done it inside, outside, doing it everywhere.
Able to get a 12-foot jumper in. Chen Xinyan almost losing it. Miller could not convert. Glass getting it back, but losing it in the process as well. Here comes Hong Kong with numbers. Marcus back outside to Elliott, and they will slow it down. Elliott will Kirk.
Yes, most definitely. And it started on the defensive end for them. They're frustrating, not letting the Dreamers get all the shots that they want, keeping hands up, and you know, they're resilient and attacking the basket and attacking the boards, as we see Holyfield get another easy 2 points underneath.
And the answer for Malcolm Miller, putting out the fire very quickly for Formosa. The Dreamers, they cannot afford to trade baskets here with Hong Kong Eastern. They're trailing it by 6. Hong Kong with possession. Elliott attacks, scores with the left hand. That was a difficult shot by Elliott.
Yeah, he just has that mentality, just that going into that beast mode. He knows that they're big.
Or at least before we started the game, from being the 4th all-time in scoring here in the ASEAN Basketball League. Artino putting it on the floor. Upward shot doesn't go in, but Kevin Glass flexing his muscles inside.
Yeah, it's such a great job, and that's what the Dreamers do so well. When anytime Artino goes to the basket and that help comes, people forget to box out. Gave the Dreamers the win here in this building, so he will definitely be missed. But the Dreamers are one of those teams that, you know, they believe in their system, and next guy up is able to fill that role. So.
And they're deep in that point guard position as well. You got Cheng Wei and you got Chin Shin Yen filling a team foul by Hong Kong.
Yeah, and right now the Dreamers do have the size advantage, with Holyfield being really the only power forward center in there. So the Dreamers spread this ball up and look down low.
Oh, Cheng Wei drops in the corner triple. Lead is down to 4.
Yeah, such great ball movement by the Dreamers, and they got these shooters in the game, and Chin really making them pay.
Lee Key now. Crowd chanting defense inside Chandler County Stadium. And defense will work for Formosa. Cheng Wei sets his feet, fires, back-to-back triples for Cheng.
That smaller lineup that Hong Kong Eastern had in there, and now we'll see if Hong Kong Eastern can live with their size and get some of these easy baskets.
And speaking of, right on cue, Big Sam Deguara getting his way underneath. So lead is back to 3. Hong Kong going right away to that inside area, but Kevin Glass with the answer for Formosa.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if Tevin Glass has a smaller guy on him, take him to the basket. If it's a bigger guy, he can stop and pop and make that outside jump shot. So really a well-rounded game.
And they team him on top, forcing him to give up that errant pass. Here's Will Artino. He's got Holyfield guarding him at the 3-point line. Artino puts it on the floor. The spin, the shot, the basket for Artino.
Yeah, so crafty. He releases the ball so high, so hard to block his shot. And, you know, earlier in the game, we saw him start at the same spot, and he knocked down the 15-foot jumper. Yeah. So just...
3rd personal foul on Tevin Glass.
Yeah, he definitely will be missed, that size. We'll see how Formosa will handle it.
And Deguara off the spin, scoring on the quick jumper. Not sure what happened there, though. Deguara retrieving the basketball while he was on the floor.
And he got a long break on the bench, and I don't know. The only thing that might be able to slow him down is himself. And he stays level-headed, he's going to have a monster game.
But Will Artino relentlessly attacking the rim for the Dreamers. This could also be the best first half of Big Sam Deguara offensively this season. Elliott putting that one up, no good. Dreamers with possession and the lead. Kenny Chen stopping, surveying, gives it off to Will Artino. Artino, he's got Holyfield on him. Back outside, Tianlei fires. No good, Miller hustling. Miller, no good.
Yeah, I don't know if he's missed. You know, every time they seem to get him the ball in his sweet spot, he's able to capitalize. So definitely been a game changer so far, and Hong Kong Eastern needs to continue to find him where he can be successful.
But this is an outside shot made by John Shu. That could also work for Hong Kong.
Yeah, John Shu does have a great stroke. He needs to I thought earlier in the game he passed up 1 or 2 opportunities where he could have made that open shot as well.
Kenny Chen with the answer on the drive for Formosa. Back and forth we go. John Chu also getting the deflected or at least a contested shot to go in earlier. Marcus Elliott, 49-47. Elliott stops, dishing it out. Back to Elliott here, 6 seconds to work with. He fires, the long bomb goes.
Wow, quick release, deadly drive to the basket, and he's been fun to watch in the ABL throughout the years, and he hasn't lost a step.
And this is just a case of better offense for Hong Kong Eastern as Tian Lei fails to convert. Deguara got hit in the face. Tian Lei also slow to get up, holding to his right leg. 4-on-4 on the other side. John Chu firing it up. That rattles out Artino. Kenny Chen bringing the ball down now for the Dreamers. Will Artino puts it on the deck. Artino over Deguara, off the glass and in.
And Deguara continues to hold his face. I don't know if he got bumped earlier on the last possession, but you know, it has been a physical game for him, and it is when you live down under the basket like that. Bodies bumping into each other all the time, so hopefully he'll be all right.
And when you're that big, that tall, expect, of course, the defenders to really play you physical. As Elliott pulls up for that jumper at the end of the first half between these two teams, at least here in our regular season. And now the third quarter begins. You guys are joined by Martin Javier and Kurt Long to break this game down in the second half. John Chu firing right away. It's a bit chilly here in Changhua County Stadium, 19 degrees. But both teams, Kirk, sizzling, at least in the first half. Hong Kong Eastern shooting 65%. Dreamers with 52% shooting from the floor.
Yeah, definitely both teams came out firing, and a lot of baskets inside, so that is one reason. But the defense was good. You know, the pressure was there. Both these teams just playing at a high level right now.
And the teams also
special drive maybe.
So that's a third foul on Kenny Chen though. So he's got to be careful here. Second guy with 3 fouls for Formosa. Marcus dishing it to Deguara. Deguara, difficult catch. Free throw line jumper. Will not work. Deguara though grabbing it from Tevin Glass from behind and puts it back in. And that's the dominance of Deguara showing here for Hong Kong Eastern.
Yeah, that's just great resilience too. As we see Artino answer, and these guys were doing this in the first half too. Anything you can do, I can do better is pretty much what they're saying. But man, just both these guys playing at a high level. Deguara.
That's a miss for Hong Kong Eastern. Will Artino, by the way, with that basket. He now has 14 points in our ball game. Or no, make that 20 points now in the ball game. Pass no good on the putback dunk. Here comes Leaky. Hong Kong on the move. Extra pass. Chan Chu Wing moving closer. The kick out. Leaky. Oh, deflected by Chen Ching Yan. Leaky gets it back though. The slight push off. So two centers getting the first baskets. First 2 baskets of the second half here. Malcolm Miller, the leaner, will not work. Ball tapped out. Glass.
Shot, so for it to end with an offensive foul, that just hurts, you know. And even in the first half, Hong Kong Eastern had 9 turnovers, 11 assists. They're just +2 in assists, as you see Chen with a great jump shot. On the other end, though, Formosa in the first half had 13 assists, only 3 turnovers, so they were +10.
That's right.
That's a big reason why they're second place in the ABL right now.
Always an efficient team. And the Dreamers will get a stop on the other end. Earlier, they called the foul on Leaky instead of Elliott. So Glass here, backing down. Oh, double team. Miller ends up with it. Artino, blowing by Deguara. Artino, it's got Malcolm Miller now. Artino, Miller fires. Miller knocks it down.
Yeah, you can't let Miller see the basket that clearly. You got to stay right on him. It's not an easy job to do, but if you don't stay right on Miller, he's going to make you pay.
This stretches the lead to 5 for Formosa. Their biggest off the game, Deguara carving spin.
Gonna happen.
The strides are just so wide. That's why he got to that other side of the floor. Kenny Chen called for the 4th personal foul. Hong Kong Eastern, you gotta be careful because in their last game, the 3rd quarter was very vital for them. That's when the breakdown started for Hong Kong Eastern. It's what's happening right now against the Dreamers.
Yeah, and Hong Kong Eastern just having a hard time getting out to the 3-point line as our... Oh, wow.
Almost a facial there. Served up by Tevin Glass. He will miss though. Chan Shu Wing
highlights even though he missed.
Tevin Glass back rims that one. Here's Chen Xinyan. Holyfield playing with 3 personal fouls still. Glass attacking.
Finds themselves down by 7 with Holyfield on the bench. This is going to be a crucial time. You know, just to stick with it, just to keep it at single digits so he can hopefully come back in the 4th quarter and help them make the run they need.
Eastern's only scored 2 points before that basket by Lau Chi Lai.
Yeah, Lau Chi Lai needs to stay aggressive. All of these Hong Kong guards, they've had great pressure and they've knocked down shots when they've taken it. They just got to stay ready to knock them down.
And speaking of knocking down shots, Chen Xinyan with the answer. A triple for the Dreamers. This will extend the spread again to 7 points. 10 3-pointers now for Formosa. Elliott fires, Elliott answers.
Wow, both these teams just came to play. I mean, that's off a pick and roll. You know, it's not wide open, but just shows you how talented these 2 teams are.
Oh, and that's another one. Will Artino stroking it from downtown.
And what is you supposed to do if you're Sam DeGuara? You're 7'5". Yeah. You don't want to play defense 35 feet from the basket. But if you don't, then they're shooting 3-point shots like they're layups.
Artino, of course, providing that mismatch for the Formosa Dreamers. Now Chilai. Earlier, Artino blocking Elliott. Deguara being patient. And Ricky Yan. He's got Cheng Wei bothering him. Elliott goes inside, back out to Lau Chi Lai. Catch and shoot, action works.
Yeah, Lau, just great job by Elliott. Does a great job of just getting the defense to collapse. And Lau finding himself in the corner, knocks it down. And these teams have made like 5 3-point shots in a row, it feels like.
And they continue to sizzle.
On the court, those guys both can draw a double team. And then everybody else for the Dreamers are shooters. Chen, Chang, Wu, all these guys can knock down that open outside shot.
Lau Chi Lai missing on the leaner. Here comes Chen Xinyan. Artino bringing the ball down. Cheng Wei doesn't shoot it. Moves closer. And Artino surveying it, crossing on Deguara, goes to the other side.
Yeah, I don't know. You almost have to protect Deguara more. I just don't like seeing him have to play one-on-one defense from the perimeter. It's just too tough for him. And all these Formosa players have the ability to space the floor, and it's just tough on Deguara.
And here comes Artino, missing on the break. Marcus. Oh, good defense.
Yeah, Elliott has, I believe, 6 turnovers already in the game, though, so he would have liked to have some of those opportunities back. Great ball handler, but at times he still wish he could have made some better decisions today.
Yeah.
And this is the time where the other players for Hong Kong Eastern will have to step up.
Yeah.
I think we'll continue to see Elliott be aggressive on the offensive end.
Artino back rims that one. And ball.
Eastern playing in the Formosa Dreamers home court, you're going to have those heads-up play and get those 50-50 balls.
And yet another one for them. As Wu gets the offensive rebound, another shot for Wu. This time, he makes the shot for his 2 points in the ABL for Jeff Wu.
Yeah, Jeff Wu, you can, as I saw him warming up, as I see him out here on the court, he's one of those guys who likes to shoot the jump shot off the dribble. He really gathers his rhythm, gets his balance after putting the ball on the floor, and doing a great job there, creating 2 points for his team.
Jeff Wu, 22 years old, a member of the national team. Miller and Artino, 2 world imports on the floor for the Dreamers alongside Cheng Wei, Wu Sung Wei, and Jeff Wu. There's the high-low play. Holyfield, bothered from behind. Good help by Chip.
But Holyfield still had the chance and opportunity to go up, grab it hard with two hands, and he had that right position.
Now the Dreamers tightening up on the defensive end. Here's Jeff Wu. Wu using the screen. Oh, Sung Wei fires. No go. Holyfield securing the rebound. And here comes Chan Chu Wing. Hasn't gotten his offense going here in this ball game. Only 2 points, too strong on that one.
Yeah, I'd like to say Wing kick it out. He's doing a good job getting into the heart of the defense, but the shot he throws up are just a little bit off balance.
That's right. Those are awkward shots, even from closer range. That time, opting for the three-pointer, doesn't work. Wu on the blow-by, bothered by John Chu. Here comes Elliott. On the move, Marcus taking it strong. Got the contract from Woo Sung Wei. And Elliott will go to the line for two.
Yeah, Elliott just one of those explosive athletes. You could tell he wanted to keep the ball in his hands on that fast break to give his team a good opportunity to score. And you really have no choice if you're the Dreamers to either give him the layup or make him earn it from the line.
And if you're Marcus Elliott, this is the time to really take over for your team. Only scoring 14 points so far here in our third quarter compared to the 23 scored by the Dreamers.
Yeah, he had that 3 or 4 minute run in the first half where he scored like 8 straight points for his team.
Cheng Wei bringing the ball down. Dreamers suddenly up by 7 points. They flipped the switch here in the third quarter.
Allow, you know, their point guard to dictate and drive and get those easy baskets.
So the lead is 9. Lee Key, cross court. Shu Wing. Converting both free throws.
If I'm the Dreamers right now, you got to go back inside. Right now they only got DeGuara, big guy. So keep attacking the basket right now. Holyfield not in the game. Either continue to draw Sam out and make him play perimeter defense, or look for the other guys that have mismatches.
That's exactly what Jeff Fu did, attacking the painted area. Also, that to the defense of the Formosa Dreamers. Last shot time for the Dreamers. They got Malcolm Miller. Miller time here in the third. John Chu on him. Malcolm crossing over. Malcolm attacks. Oh, the dipsy-do will not drop. Shu Wing with a heave. Offensive end, what sorts of adjustments are you expecting here for Coach Edu Torres?
Well, you got to try to get it back inside to Sam DeGuara. I mean, he had 6 dunks in the first half, and this second half, maybe the legs aren't as strong, but still, he shoots a high percentage shot anytime you get him the ball down there.
Yeah, I don't think DeGuara scored at all in that third quarter as Malcolm Miller strokes it, making it a 9-point game or a 10-point game here, 81-71. First double-digit advantage by the Formosa Dreamers. And that is deflected by Miller on the pass intended for DeGuara inside. Artino, the dish out. Woo Sung Wei drops it in.
Man, these guys, it doesn't matter who they bring off the bench. You know, it just seems like Coach Dean Murray just creates this shooter's mentality. They all have the confidence. They all have the green light early in the shot clock, and it's just fun to watch them come out and compete on the defensive end, but it's fun to watch them shoot offensively.
Woo-Sung Wei actually one of the bright spots last year for the Formosa Dreamers as DeGuara gets the basket underneath on the second try. So 84-73. Both teams making baskets on their end of the floor. Artino puts up a wild one. That's too strong. Lee Key, he's got glass on him. Tevin runs into that screen. Shu Wing from the left wing. That's good.
Man, everybody can just shoot in this building tonight, and it can't be a back and forth job though. If you're the Hong Kong Eastern, you got to get stops, force turnovers, just like that one.
A rare turnover for the Formosa Dreamers today. Marcus Elliott almost losing it. 8 rebounds and 5 assists. But DeGuara earlier, that was his first basket in the second half. So less involvement on the offensive end for Big Sam here in the second half. Elliott on the step back. Elliott able to drop that one in.
Yeah, and Elliott is always extra aggressive when he has Kenneth Chen on him. He has that strength advantage and gives him the confidence to sort of bang bodies and create that space. And now we have 3 world imports in for Hong Kong. Doesn't make a difference though, as Malcolm Miller continues to stay hot and just find himself getting open looks.
The fire extinguisher for Malcolm Miller there. 7-0 run for Hong Kong before that basket. Too strong from Lee Ki. Here is the hustle from Holyfield. Lead back up to 9. Chan Chu Wing fires, no good. Deguara gets it back. Deguara stuffs it home.
Yeah, Artinos wisely gets out of the way. Looks at the official like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what you're supposed to do if you're Artino, because Deguara is pretty much unstoppable when he gets that ball under the basket.
But Chen Xinyan in the shooting of the Formosa Dreamers, giving them the safe cushion in our second half. Oh, Jiang Chu Wing countering right back.
I mean, the Formosa Dreamers have made 13 out of 23 three-point attempts, shooting 56% from beyond the arc. So, man, I don't know how you beat anybody when they can shoot that hot from the outside, but you do have to try to do a better job of closing out and not allowing these open shots like we're seeing.
And that's another conversion from downtown, this time care of Kenneth Chen. Hong Kong Eastern creating baskets with the Dreamers. Deguara on the up and under.
Yeah, right now you got to force them to, you got to get your hand up if you're Hong Kong Eastern, get some of those misses, and then you got to try to push it and track in.
Chen Xinyan with a catch. The kick out. Glass deciding to move closer. Glass from the baseline.
I almost feel like the pressure that Hong Kong Eastern is applying so far from the basket, allowing guys like Chen to blow by and then dish it to the open guy, it's almost a little bit too much as we see Elliott knock down a transition 3. I'd almost like to see Hong Kong Eastern be a little bit more disciplined, not go for some of those gambles and those steals.
Right. Because those pressures, well, they're trying to force the turnovers on the Dreamers. Instead, they get open shots, back-to-back baskets for Tevin Glass, this time from closer range. Ricky Yang gets to the paint. Deguara, a bit too far from the basket, doesn't shoot it. Back outside to Ricky.
I mean, Chen has done a great job just keeping the team composed, knowing when to attack, knowing when to set up his teammates. And Kenneth Chen has attacked, played good, solid defense on Elliott. And so lots of great things from individuals all around for the Dreamers here today.
And even Jeff Wu, the newcomer, contributing off the bench for the Formosa Dreamers. Halfway done in our final frame. Hong Kong Eastern looking for answers. Chan Chu Wing could not give it to them, but Holyfield with a left-handed tip.
Deguara in there, but Elliott is really an explosive player. He's made some 3 balls today. I expect him to maybe try to heave some up and see what they got.
Elliott with 26 points so far. Chen Xinyan. Chen Xinyan staying patient for the Dreamers. The cross-court pass. Miller for 3. Miller drops it in.
And it doesn't matter where he's at on the court. You have to stay connected if you're Hong Kong Eastern. And Miller can knock it down from anywhere.
Malcolm Miller with 20 points. Oh, Elliott dropping his defender.
Dropping 2 defenders. And dropping down the long ball. So still in it.
92-101 is our score.
When you got a scoring champ like Elliott on your team, you know you want to have that never say die attitude. You're always still in the game.
That's right. That could get their confidence going as a team as well. As Tevin Glass misses that mid-range J. Good hustle by Malcolm Miller. Chan Chu Wing. Elliott driving, stopping. Bothered by Kenny Chen. Elliott takes it himself. Elliott just forcing one up. Using his brute.
It's a 2-possession game with 3 minutes, so if you're Hong Kong Eastern, you know, you just got to continue to get stops. Don't let the Dreamers get an open look from Miller from beyond the arc, or, you know, don't let Tevin Glass get an easy layup here.
So Malcolm Miller. That's a miss for Miller. Artino gets it back. Big offensive rebound for the White Shirts. Jeff Wu. 7 seconds to work with. They go to Tevin Glass, who takes it strong. Glass bothered. Glass. No! But Artino with a putback jam to extend the lead to 8.
Yeah, and DeGuerre had to come over and help, you know, because Tevin Glass had the mismatch. So good job by DeGuerre to help his teammate, force Tevin Glass to miss the shot.
Again, the Dreamers looking to sweep the season series against Hong Kong Eastern. They won the first 3 games. Marcus Elliott has other things in mind, although he almost loses the ball. 2-possession game. There's the pressure on the full court by Hong Kong Eastern. Artino doesn't shoot it, and a travel in this game, Kirk.
Yeah, I think that's you got to give the players individually credit, but also the mentality that Dean Murray has set up in this program to just take care of that basketball.
Marcus firing. Would have been a big basket for Elliott. Artino instead rips it out. Glass. White.
Yeah, only 14 seconds to work for the Hong Kong Eastern, so they're really going to have to work quick.
Tanchu Wing, high-low, Deguara got it.
Who can knock down free throws.
Unfazed as well by the pressure here, scoring 2 free throws late in the game. Jeff Wu behind the back, seeing an opening. Artino, will not convert though. Eastern needs a quick basket. They go to the corner, Lau Chilai. Airballs that one. Dreamers getting it back. Time on their side, they don't need to hurry. Miller on the jab. Malcolm taking his time. 8 seconds to work with. Wu fires. No go. Rebound goes to Cheng Wei. A big offensive rebound for the Formosa Dreamers. A chance to put away the game for good. Elliott getting it back for Eastern. Elliott. To Big Sam, who misses the dunk. Just a little too much on
that one back.
Tanchu Wing.
These guards of Hong Kong have been pressuring almost full court most of the second half, so they don't quite have the legs. After traveling, after playing tough defense all game, they don't necessarily have the legs on their 3-point shot.
That's right. They've been pressuring the entire game, so fatigue now kicking in. And the guards of Hong Kong Eastern. Cheng Wei missing. Glass on the tip, no good. He gets the ball back and gets one over Deguara. And that could be it for the Formosa Dreamers as they grab a double-digit advantage, or this is a 7-point lead. Sam bringing it closer, but a little too late for Hong Kong Eastern here, and that's it.